Oh, hi there. So, we just recorded the first, I don't know if it'll be the first to broadcast, but the first sequential podcast interview. Sam Noir and me. And we won't say who with yet, because again, we're going to record a few and then decide what order to publish them in. All of them will probably be pretty soon, but I want to try to get a couple more in the bag in the next week. Went pretty well. I learned an important detail. If you're using Zoom to record, I kind of felt like to try to avoid first time jinx, I would record on the cloud with Zoom. It mostly worked okay, except I didn't realize I had to go in and do different. I thought the record settings from the desktop app would just transfer by default to Zoom. No, you got to go in, and so I didn't get the grid view recording that I wanted, but it worked pretty good. The AI of the program is good at picking up on movements and other cues to switch between cameras. So mostly okay. There are some supers that I created for showing off what people were talking about while they talk, because I figured all four of us would be on the screen, so my frame could drop out and be a super for graphics. Kind of worked. Next time. I think I'll nail it next time. But perfectly fine interview, nonetheless. Actually went really good, I think. So I'm looking forward to that. That was very encouraging. Sam and I sort of did a beta test, which I think I've lost the copy of too, which is unfortunate because there was some good stuff in it, but just to see if how our chemistry was and whether the dynamic worked, and it did. But we talked for like 3 or 4 or more hours, and too long. So one of our self notes to self was keep it succinct, let the subjects do us the talking, be hosts. Conversational is good though, so I think it worked out pretty well. So yeah, that's in the bag. This week, next week, 21st, Comic Jam, doing one 7 p.m. Montreal time. That's Eastern Daylight Time, EDT. I will be hosting a new salon Comic Jam, not quite on the usual slot. I'm going to generally be doing the first Fridays of the month, but I'm doing one early this time to coincide with FBDM MCAF, which is happening. It's just not happening in the park like it normally does. We're doing it online. So I'm going to include the description text, a link to their YouTube channel, and there will be there's already actually videos going up. They're doing once a Wednesday. They were doing panel talks. I think those are all in French, but if you don't mind using the subtitle feature, you could probably glean some things. And my French is pretty primitive, but I can probably pick up a few things. But then we're also going to have a mix, English and French not broadcast, but it feels kind of like we're doing like a channel for 3 days. So by we, I'm not actually involved, other than I'm contributing on 2 events. But the whole programming is being put together by Valerie and Joanne, and I assume others. I'm not sure of the whole crew that's involved online. I know there's a bunch of them scrambling to get it. Basically, a whole festival is planned to happen in a park in a month is being moved online for anything that could be is being. And that's impressive. It's cool. And so I'll do the jam on the 21st, as I was saying. And then on the 23rd, I'm doing a talk about, and I've mentioned before, cages and Journal Tétois, I think is how you would say it in French, but my French is really bad. So I apologize in advance, but it's the third volume in the journal series. I believe there are 4 that are published by Fabrice Nou, and I hope I'm not mispronouncing his last name. I'm still not feel very confident about that. And then who I got to talk to. We chatted on Facebook, and I was able to ask him a few questions about what he was doing and intending with his. And then I'm comparing a scene he did in that book, in chapter 5, to book 5 of Cages. In the middle or so, there's a conversation that's similar in ways. And I learned some things. I'll save that for the talk. So that's going to be the 23rd. 5 p.m. our time, Eastern Daylight Savings Time, streamed to the internet. There won't be a live element that I'm aware of, like a live chat. I'm going to see if I can set one up myself, sort of offer that. Like just watch Twitter, get people to, if you want to have questions, tweet at me, and I'll have Twitter open or something. But we'll figure that out. And then the rest of the week, or the weekend, so 24th, the 23rd, and the 22nd, I think there are for 8 hours or something, live stream panels and talks and discussions and all sorts of things. So pretty cool, impressive lineup. And then that's part of the larger extended CanCaf that I've mentioned before and will mention again. There are events that have already been going on. VanCaf has been posting a couple of videos a day, I think it's been. I've been sharing a few of them on Sequential. I haven't actually gone and counted, but a few, and some nice looking ones. I've only started watching some of them, but I've got some catching up to do, and there is more. I'm not going to remember it all, but if you go to look or just Google CanCaf, you'll find a couple of sites have posted schedules for things that they're doing for various festivals, and then I think the Toronto Comic Art Festival posted a complete schedule for the entire month of May. Yeah. So yeah, that's what's up. This isn't really a process pod update. This is an update for the Sequential, but you will see the logo there for Process Pod. That's my I did it as a podcast for 20 episodes on my Patreon, and then the 20th, so I guess 19, the 20th I did on YouTube on my channel, so you can follow it there now if you'd like. But in the meantime, this is basically an update. Things are developing for the Sequential channel, and we're not going to have videos out for FBDM, unfortunately, but I think in a couple weeks we might be ready to publish one. And so we'll be able to catch the tail end of CanCaf ourselves with a couple of chats. I think it's sort of shaping up. We want to have a bunch of different things we're going to talk to people about, but a theme that's coming up is studios and shared workspaces and the communities that are being built around them, in a couple of cases anyway. On our Sam and I have made so Sam Noir, just to remind you who I'm talking about, because I have a pen name, Salgood Sam. But I'm actually Max Douglas. This is confusing. So it's for the interview, I'm running with Sam and Max. Yes, I have to be a zany rabbit at some point. And then the Sam and I made a wish list of people we want to talk to. So we've been sort of picking and choosing who to go with next, like with someone we really wanted to talk to, but they just had a baby, so we're gonna put that off, let them catch their breath. And so we're going to talk to a couple of the studio folks. And I want to say funny jokes about other things, but I'm not sure what I should say because I want to turn them off to the interview. So I'm going to bite my tongue and just say some interesting people. And I really like the way it's shaping up. Something that I like about this format of interviewing, and by this format I mean people in the field who are practitioners discussing the medium and experiences and practices of other practitioners. I don't have anything against fans or journalists doing interviews, but a different quality of informed questioning and conversation happens when it's a conversation amongst peers and pros. People often talk also about the camaraderie that happens, like the bar side conversation. I'm not sure what we're getting with Sequential where they qualify that. It's more like cafe side. But yeah, I'm excited. This looks good. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for updates, and I will be sharing, of course, when we start posting full content, we'll be sharing it on the Sequential blog. So check out the description text for links to various things, and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you later. Wash your hands.